a first failed attempt to bring an old chemical plant to the ground in Portsmouth, it happened seconds ago. It came down, but an explosive demolition company found success with more than just a few big booms. 13 News anchor Vanessa Correa takes us to the implosion of the BASF building in Portsmouth.
So it was a good shot today, and everything went as planned. It was 12 different delays. The first two columns out first, and then every half second along there I took a column out so that you get beam to column failure.
And Jim Reedike, the blaster on this job, says the weight of the building falling over did just what it was supposed to do Friday morning, bringing the BASF building to the ground. That's what was supposed to happen last month on the first go-round. But after the first attempt, 6 out of 14 columns were left standing.
And in this particular case, the beams that tied to this back bay all failed. They all sheared right out, they pulled over, and it wouldn't pull the section over.
I was expecting it to go down, and it didn't go down. That was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Now they got to do it all over again.
Austin Hughes and his wife Jenny stopped by to see the implosion on the way to work. They were at the first attempt too, and brought breakfast and their dog along for today's big event.
I'm just here for the experience.
An event Reedike is calling a learning experience.
Every blaster in the world, regardless of who he is, has had one of these, or two, or three. And it's just part of the process. You know, you learn by every one of these experiences.
Reedike has done literally hundreds and hundreds of similar implosions and was pleased with today's success. Now begins the demolition team's cleanup of the twisted metal and cinder block, which is expected to take several weeks. In Portsmouth, Vanessa Correa, 13 News.
Tonight at 6, Vanessa talks to former employees of the chemical plant, among the many spectators who turned out this morning to watch round 2 of the BASF implosion.
Well, coming up next on
To do away with the old BASF plant in Portsmouth, implosion take 2 is a success. The plant was finally brought to the ground this morning after only half of it came down about a month ago, and the event drew a crowd and for some brought back old memories. 13 News anchor Vanessa Correa explains.
Once the implosion got underway, it took only about 10 seconds to bring the remaining 6 columns of the BASF building in Portsmouth to the ground, and a crowd turned out to watch it happen.
You know, it's bittersweet sometimes, you know, because we've seen this for so many years. I walk my dog down here all the time, and now it's gone.
Dawn Hassel lives in the neighborhood. She came down to watch with her father-in-law, Pop, who used to work at the chemical plant.
I worked here 45 years. I was in the maintenance department.
For Raymond Hassel, it was a trip down memory lane.
We all want to come out and see a piece of history. That's what it was.
And Hassel wasn't alone. Others who worked for BASF also shared in this second attempt to bring the building to the ground.
It was cool, especially the last few detonations. I could feel the pressure wave against me.
Ron Malinoskis worked as a project manager in the engineering department for 30 years.
And I worked on about 3 or 4 major expansions of the building that just got blown down. So I know a lot about the history of the building and the production and how it was put together.
Now the building is a giant pile of rubble, leaving a new view for those in the West Norfolk neighborhood.
And now you can actually see the waterfront. I was like, wow, never seen that before.
In Portsmouth, Vanessa Correa, 13 News.
And Vanessa tells us demolition crews will be on the scene for the next few weeks, chopping up and clearing debris from the property.